Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well. For today's video, I'm going to show you how to crochet these little mini stars. The materials that you're going to be needing are going to be in the description box below. But this is going to be a step-by-step tutorial, however, it will not be for beginners. I would also like to add that if you don't have safety eyes for your project, you can use some black yarn for the eyes instead and a darning needle. Now that that's all out of the way, let's begin. I would also like to add that if you would like to check out my Etsy shop, feel free to do so. I have just added a new listing. This is a pumpkin spice frappuccino, and it is completely handmade. If you would like to check that out, again, that's going to be on my Etsy shop, which will be in the description box below or on the top right hand of the screen. Anyway, now let's begin. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start off with a magic ring. To make a magic ring, you're going to go ahead and grab the end of your yarn and your index finger and your middle finger. Take the end of your yarn and bring it in front of your index finger like so. Grab the yarn down with your thumb. Now go ahead and grab the longer end of yarn and wrap it around your two fingers like so and make them cross at the top like that. Then you grab your hook, bring it through this loop right over here. Grab the yarn behind it, pull it through, and chain one. Now remove that loop from your fingers, and there you have your magic ring. If you would like to start your pattern a different way, like the chain method or anything else, then you can go ahead and do that, but I will be using the magic ring as the beginning of my project. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and start off with round number 1. The pattern for round number 1 is going to be 5 single crochets into the center loop. So go ahead and make 5 single crochets. And once you have your 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go ahead and pull on your small strand of yarn and your magic ring should tighten. And now you're going to finish off round 1 with a slip stitch into your very first stitch. And chain 1. And now we're moving on to round number 2. So for round number 2, our repeat is going to be an increase in every stitch. So go ahead and put 1 increase in every stitch all the way around until you get to the very end. You should have a total of 10 stitches at the end of this round. So for round 1, we did 5, and now we're going to increase in every single one. So for round 2, we should have a total of 10. Go ahead and continue, and I will meet you when I'm done. Okay, just finished round number 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a slip stitch and chain 1. And now we're on to round number 3. The repeat pattern for round number 3 is going to be 1 single crochet and 1 increase all the way around until you get to the very end. Again, the repeat for round 3 is going to be 1 single crochet and 1 increase all the way around until you get to the very end, and I will go ahead and meet you when I'm done. I'm here at the end of round 3. I have a total of 15 stitches. I'm going to finish off with a slip stitch and chain 1, and now we're on to round number 4. The repeat pattern for round number 4 is going to be 2 single crochets and an increase all the way around, and at the very end you should have a total of 20 stitches. Go ahead and repeat that pattern, and I will meet you when I'm done. Okay, I just finished round 4. Go ahead and finish off with a slip stitch and chain 1. And now we're done with the increase portion of the star. Now we're going to work on the 5 points. Okay, and for the 5 points, what we're going to do is in the same exact place where we slip stitched, the same stitch right over here, we're going to do a single crochet. And into that same place where we just did a single crochet, we're going to do a half double crochet. So do a half double crochet in that same stitch. And into that exact same stitch, do a double crochet. Okay? And into that exact same stitch, do another half double crochet. And into that exact same stitch, do a single crochet. I know that it's a little tight to work into, but that's okay. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay, and once you've done that, go ahead and slip stitch into the next 3 stitches. So you can go ahead and move this little point to the side so you can find your next stitch and slip stitch into that one. That's 1 slip stitch. Into the next stitch, that's 2 slip stitches, and into the 3rd stitch, that's your 3rd slip stitch. And now we're going to do the same thing for the next point. So into the next stitch, do a single crochet. Into that same stitch, do a half double crochet. Into that same stitch, do a double crochet. Into that same stitch, do a half double crochet. And again, in that same stitch, do a single crochet. So the point is just a single crochet, half double crochet, a double crochet, another half double crochet, and a single crochet in the same space. Okay, there's your second point. Now we're going to go ahead and slip stitch into the next 3 stitches again. 1, 2, 3. Into the next stitch, do another point. So 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 double crochet, another half double crochet, and another single crochet. And you're going to repeat that all the way around. So slip stitch into the next 3 stitches, and then into the 4th, make another star point. So single crochet, half double, a double, another half double, and a single. Repeat that all the way around until you get to the very end. You should have a total of 5 points, and I'll go ahead and meet you when I'm done. Okay, so I've just done my last point, and now I'm going to slip stitch into the next 3 stitches, my last 3 stitches. And to finish this off, you can go ahead and slip stitch into the first stitch of the next point, or you can just go ahead and chain 1 and snip off a long strand of yarn. You're going to want it to be a little extra long, so I'd say about 18 to 20 inches long, because we are going to sew this onto the other part of the star. And so that is how you make the star portion. Now you're going to want to go ahead and rewind the video and make another one of these, except this time don't leave a long strand of yarn. So it's going to be like this. You're going to have 2 pieces. One of the pieces should have a small strand of yarn, and then the other one should have a long strand of yarn for sewing. So go ahead and rewind the video and make your second part of the star, and I will meet you when I'm done. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to adding the face. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start with the face. So go ahead and grab a little strand of black yarn and attach it to your darning needle. And the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and add the mouth. So to add the mouth, you're going to want to find the first round that we did, which is right over here, and you're going to make the mouth around the first round. So in these stitches right over here. So go ahead and make sure one of the points are at the top, the very middle, like so. And you're just going to want to insert your darning needle through one of the stitches on the far left, pull it through like so, find a loop in the center bottom, and then the loop that is on the far right that reflects it right to the right, like so, and just pull that through, and then bring it back down through the center. And there you have your little smiley face. Go ahead and turn your work around and just tie your smiley face in place. Make sure not to pull on the black yarn too much, because then the smiley face is going to look a little strange. So just gently knot it on the inside. And once you've done that, go ahead and snip off the excess yarn, like so. And now we're going to go ahead and add the eyes. So go ahead and grab one of your safety eyes or your black yarn if you'd like, and you're just going to place them wherever you think they should go. I'm just going to place them right next to my smiley face like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab the safety part, the back part of the safety eyes, and I'm just going to go ahead and attach them. So. And when you have your face all done, go ahead and grab the other part of the star, the one with the longer tail, and just go ahead and connect them like that. Make sure that they're overlapping properly. And these extra little strands of yarn, the really small ones, you can just tuck them in so they're not in the way while you sew. And what you're going to do now is you're going to go ahead and attach this long strand of yarn that's attached to your star to your darning needle. Oops, sorry about that. Like so. And now what we're going to do is we are just going to go ahead and sew both of these parts together. Make sure that the nicer side is facing out. And now we're just going to go ahead and go back and forth through each of the stitches all the way around. So bring it through one stitch here and one stitch on the opposite end, and just pull like so. Find a stitch on this side, find the corresponding stitch on the other side, and just pull it through. And continue doing that all the way around. Make sure that you leave a little bit of open space at the end so you can go ahead and stuff. But what you're going to do right now is you're just going to go ahead and sew the star back and forth and leave about an inch left of sewing so you can stuff. I'm going to go ahead and pause right here. Feel free to pause the video and I will meet you when I am done. Okay, I am almost done sewing the star. I have this little point left to sew, but before I continue sewing, I'm going to go ahead and stuff it with my little polyester filling. So go ahead and do that. If the hole is too tiny, you can always use the back of your hook to help push it in if you'd like, or your scissors, but just go ahead and stuff your star and I will meet you when I'm done. Okay, I've just finished stuffing my star. I'm going to go ahead and finish off my sewing. Like so. And to finish off, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and just bring your yarn through one of the stitches next to where you finished off, like so. Leave a little loop, bring your darning needle through that loop, and just tie it up or fasten off however you'd like. Then I'm going to just take my excess yarn and bring it through the back of my star a couple of times just to really secure it in place, like so. Snip off the excess yarn, and there you have your little mini star. I hope that you found this video helpful, and if you did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions about the pattern or the tutorial in general, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, and I will do my best to come back and respond to them as soon as I can. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye!